You've seen the rankings. You've been to greatschools.com. You've checked niche.com. You've seen the 9s, the 10s, the glowing A+ grades. And everywhere you look, you hear the same exact thing. The number one reason to move to El Dorado Hills is the schools. It's the headline. It's the brochure pitch. It's the flashing sign that says, bring your family here. But let me ask you something. If the scores are so high, why do some families move here and still feel like it's not the right fit? Because test scores tell you how a school performs. They don't show you how your child will experience it. They don't tell you about the culture, the competitiveness, the social environment, the pressure, the zoning confusion, or the small details that can completely change your child's daily life. And those details, they just don't show up on the ranking websites. So today, we're going beyond the numbers. We're talking about what's really happening inside the schools in El Dorado Hills. The things parents actually ask me when the cameras are off. The truths the rankings just can't capture. I've guided families relocating here for years, and almost every single conversation starts the same way. How are the schools? But it never ends there. Parents want to know. Is it too competitive? Is it welcoming? Is it district map confusing? What about class sizes? What about community involvement? And why does zoning change street to street? So I've done the homework, guys. I've done the homework for you. I've studied the district boundaries that trip people up. I've listened to the conversations happening at the town center and beyond, and I've paid attention to what families say after they've been here for over a year. In this video, I'm gonna share what you actually need to know about the schools in El Dorado Hills before you even start looking at homes. Because buying in the wrong zone, even by one street, can completely change your experience. And when it comes to your kids, that's not just a small detail. You guys, I'm Joubert Caston. I'm a local real estate advisor in town, but most importantly, a very proud girl dad. Today's video, we're going over all about the schools when it comes to El Dorado Hills. So let's get into it. So let's start with the single biggest point of confusion, the one that captures every family off guard. When you move to El Dorado Hills, you are not moving into one school district. You're dealing with three. Let's break it down. For kindergarten through 8th grade, your home is zoned for one of two districts: the Buckeye Union Elementary School District or the Rescue Union Elementary School District. Both are fantastic. Buckeye Union serves around 5,600 students and is known for its incredible technology and strong standards. Rescue Union is smaller with around 3,500 students and is celebrated for its academic excellence. But here's where it gets complicated. After middle school, students from both of these districts feed into a completely separate district, which is the El Dorado Union High School District. Why does this matter so much? Because the great report card you see for elementary school doesn't automatically tell you which high school your kid will go to. Your specific home address dictates literally everything. And I have to be crystal clear about this. The boundaries are strictly enforced. You can't find a home you love and just decide to send your kids to the school across the street if you aren't zoned for it. This leads to some surprises. For example, many people assume that living in El Dorado Hills means that your kid is automatically able to get into the famous Oak Ridge High School. But some neighborhoods, like the popular community of Blackstone, are actually zoned for Union Mine High School. A great school indeed, but one that's geographically a bit further up Highway 50. This is critical detail that rankings just don't explain, and it can be a make it or break it factor in a lot of your home searches. Now let's talk about those amazing scores. Schools like Oak Meadow Elementary, Lakeview Elementary, Rolling Hills Middle, and the Marina Village Middle consistently get 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 ratings. The academic performance here is undeniable. These schools score in the 90th percentile and above statewide, which is a massive draw. But the rankings can't measure is the culture that creates those scores. The secret ingredient in El Dorado Hills isn't just in the classroom, it's the community itself. Parental involvement here is off the charts. The PTAs are powerful, well-funded organizations that provide incredible programs in music, art, and science that have been cut in many other districts around the area. There's a real sense of community pride and shared belief that education is a top priority. This creates a resource-rich environment where teachers are supported and students get some amazing opportunities. However, and in this conversation I have with families all the time is, High achieving environments can create what some call the pressure cooker effect. When excellent is the standard, the academic and social pressure on students can be intense. It's an environment that pushes kids to succeed, which can be a huge advantage. But it also raises a question you have to ask yourself. Is my child someone who will thrive with that level of competition, or will they find it stressful? That's not a pro or a con you'll find on a list. It's a real life nuance of living in a top tier school district, and it's something you need to think about before you move. Now I get it, trying to figure out school's culture from hundreds of miles away can feel impossible. If you're trying to decide which neighborhood and which school environment is the right fit for you and your family and your child, that's what I'm here for. All of my contact info is in the description below. Feel free to shoot me a text, send an email, or give me a call. I'm happy to be a resource for you. Now check it out. If you only look at the rankings, you might think every school in El Dorado Hills offers the same kind of top-notch education. That couldn't be far from the truth. The reality is, just beneath those high scores, there's an incredible variety of specialized programs you can choose from if you know where to look. This is something the rankings will never tell you. El Dorado Hills is a hub for school choice. For example, did you know the Buckeye Union District has a dedicated Mandarin immersion charter school? Students can spend a big part of their day learning in Mandarin, which is an invaluable skill. The district offers the Valley View Charter Montessori School, giving kids a completely different hands-on approach to learning from TK through 8th grade. You also have other charter options like Clarksville Charter and the newer John Adams Academy, which focus on a classical leadership education. And for families looking for a faith-based environment, there are private schools like Golden Hills School and Lake Hills Covenant Christian School. The point is, the school systems here isn't a myth, it's a menu. But you don't get handed that menu when you just search. Top schools in El Dorado Hills, you have to dig a little deeper. Moving here isn't just about getting into a good school, it's about finding the right program for your child. Whether that's a language track, a Montessori classroom, or a traditional school with a great arts program, the options are here, but they aren't always obvious. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. When people talk about high schools in El Dorado Hills, they are usually talking about one school, which is Oak Ridge. And let's be clear, the reputation, is very earned. Oak Ridge is an academic and athletic powerhouse. It's ranked in the top 300 high schools in California, has an A grade on niche, and scores in the 96th percentile statewide. Its list of AP courses is a mile long, and its sports programs are legendary. For many families, buying a home inside the Oak Ridge boundary is the entire mission. But what the rankings don't tell you is that this laser focus on Oak Ridge creates a kind of hierarchy that can be misleading. The other main high school for the area, Ponderosa High, is also an excellent A- rated school. Ponderosa is known for having fantastic college and career prep programs and a really strong counseling department. And Union Mine, which serves areas like Blackstone, also holds a solid A- grade and gets great reviews from parents. Here's the insider take. Don't get tunnel vision for just one school. I've seen families pass up their dream home because it was zoned for Ponderosa, only to realize later that Ponderosa's specific programs might have actually been a better fit for their child. The best school isn't always the one with the highest rank. It's the one that's the right fit for your child. By overlooking the other fantastic high schools in the district, you could be missing out on an environment where your kid could really shine and thrive. So I'll end it like this. So after all that, what's the real story behind the rankings? Are the schools in El Dorado Hills really that great? The answer is definitely a yes. The academic standards are high, the community support is incredible, and the resources available to students are tough to beat. But the real story, the one the rankings won't tell you, is that the great is always more personal and complicated than a number on a website. It's knowing that you have to navigate 3 different districts and that your street address is your destiny. It's understanding that the culture here is a powerful mix of community and high pressure expectations. It's realizing that beneath the surface is a rich menu of program choices from Mandarin immersion to Montessori. And it's recognizing that the high school journey is more nuanced than just one famous name. Making the right choice means looking beyond the scores and asking the right questions. It means matching the school's culture to your child's personality and its programs to their passions. The information is out there, but you have to know where to find it. You guys, I know this was a ton of information to process. I'm Joubert Caston, here to be a resource for all your needs. I help families relocate from the Bay Area and beyond to the Greater Sacramento area, especially the Folsom and Dorado Hills area. If I could be a resource for you, especially when it comes to zoning information for schools that your kid may be able to thrive at, feel free to reach out anytime. Have a blessed day, and on to the next video.